Ever feel like you're the only one with questions about life? Well, you're not alone.
Welcome to People in the Room here on PAL Radio 96.9 FM. Every Friday at 11 a.m. where we dive into the topics that matter most to you. We are talking about what is on your mind, from faith to friendships, work to wellness.
It's real talk, real faith, and real answers. You're not just listening, you're part of the conversation.
And just like that, we are back with yet an amazing episode of People in the Room. Hey, Leo. This is how you know you just have youngins in the building. Welcome back to the home of Fresh and Classic Hits 96.9 FM. And this is People in the Room podcast with your host, the Gas Master, Apollo the Swan. And today in the building is a full house of cool people who work behind the scenes here on the home of Fresh and Classic Hits. None other than
Steezy. Yeah, it's my second time on here.
To the C, to the I, to the N, to the D, to the Y. See me on the mic.
Hey.
What?
Hey.
To the what? To the now?
To the C, to the I, to the N, to the D, to the Y.
Uh-huh.
See me on the mic.
Hey.
City on the mic.
Chatalanta.
Let me tell you, welcome to the People in the Room. It's your debut, right? It's your first
Yeah.
time. Oh, okay.
I've never been here.
How does it feel making it to the People in the Room?
Flowers.
Anxiety,
Eh?
butterflies. But I'm trusting you guys to make me feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Like kabisani feel nyumbani.
All right.
Wagwan.
That's what we do here. And also we have a cool guy in the building who goes by the name.
Foro yule light skin peke yake kwa ofisi mzima.
It's a lie. Hiyo nayo it's a lie.
Ni ukweli.
I don't know, like now light skin men wamesasa kujiongelelea ati ule light skin.
Hapana, Apollos and I feel offended. No, that's the only reason anaweza kuwa akiongea hivi.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Hey.
And this is a podcast that airs each and every Friday at 11 a.m. and on Saturdays at 2 in the p.m. And so, guys, I actually want to hear your perspective as youngings right now because, like, I feel like all of us, we are all... Nobody's married here, right?
Yeah.
Spinsters.
Not yet.
Not two bachelors, right? So, like, this in the course of this week, like, I remember on PAL in the morning, Daniel Luna was having a conversation about the next of kin and how, for example, like, how many women would opt having their kids and probably even their parents as their next of kin and not their husbands when they get married. I'll want to know, even before we get to know, for example, where you are. I know already you've filled in a couple of documents. Pale bank, when you're setting in for your account, they always ask for your next of kin. I don't know, when you're applying for your ID, do they ask for your next of kin?
I'm not sure.
Nope.
I feel like there's a place, Apple.
Because it depends una apply na ID ya nani. Because for me, let's say I applied with my mother's ID. So maybe if my sister wants to apply an ID alafu ende na ya baba yangu, that's how it is. That's how I see it. Juu mi siko na like ukisign next of kin kwa ID siko na
ni parent guardian.
Sasa ndio nasema ina depend na ID yenye unaenda nayo.
Okay. So before we even get to the few documents that you've actually filled in and have you actually written your next of kin, I don't know, Stella, do you think like now when you get married, you're going to put like your Hazi as your next of kin?
I think so. I think, I don't know. Okay, I'm thinking, I've never thought about it, to be honest. But now that I'm thinking about it, it means, for me, next of kin means like moving from like the conventional family ties you have, like your parent, your siblings, and now you're moving into like a practical financial kind of thing, you know? So having my man as the next of kin, it makes sense to me because this is my life partner, right? In case of anything, he's gonna be there, you know? So yeah, I think for me, the husband makes it. That's the next person I would definitely think about other than my family.
Okay.
So yes.
Like the next thing, but not the first.
I mean,
No, how you
see,
put
I
it.
own a complicated.
No, you've said it's the next after your family. So I don't know. He's part of your family, so I don't know.
Yeah, like say if I get to that point, Sasa, I won't have to think about my parents or my siblings. So yeah, he is the next person I'm gonna think about. So I'll go with that. I think I'll go with that.
You'll go with that. Okay. Cindy?
Where
C to the Y to the N to the where?
To the D to the Y. Hey.
For me itakuwa
Yeah.
ni ngumu.
Kweka your husband.
Yes.
Why?
But it all depends na trust level yake.
Uh-huh.
Na pia trust level yetu na pia the loyalty we have with each other.
Why is
We've
he your
seen-
husband? Kama kuna trust.
I don't know, circumstances.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Where?
With circumstances, like which
Because
circumstances?
no, we've had so many stories of women getting married to men. Alafu in between hapo, the men cheat. So I wouldn't like anything of such. Nimekujaza kwa documents zangu so that you may be there for me. Alafu in between huko ushapata mwingine better than me. So itakuwa ni ngumu. So my mom first, last.
So
I'll put my mom to be
okay.
honest.
okay.
Like you won't put your hazi even if you've said kids together, like now you have a whole family, you have kids together.
That's another thing. If we have kids, that's fine. But we just married. Na nishaanza kukujaza. Maybe
Kwani who are you married?
Then I feel like
if you give me
if
your
you don't
name,
have trust,
if you-
Mbona unaoleka?
akuoe basi.
Exactly.
No, we've gotten married. Kuna marriages mingi, so we have like kamiste nini.
Open.
Yeah, if you give me your
Well,
name,
we don't do that,
definitely
yeah.
I'll know that you trust me if you give me your name. So kuna hizo nini
Right,
official
okay.
documents you sign so that
Yeah, like
I can have my
yeah,
husband's
here
last
now
name.
marriage to us right now, it's a church wedding, a white church wedding.
Yeah, that if it's that one, I can definitely. By
can.
default, that's my husband.
Okay.
So I can fill in the documents, his name and next of kin. But if kuja tuone venye kutaendelea, no.
Okay. I get you.
I think she has also read something that is actually, but I feel like it's kind of related to the subject of ati kuja to test vitu. Will you do such a kind of marriage?
Testing waters.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Apana.
I'm not just asking her. I just
Okay,
want to
okay.
hear from her.
Okay.
I don't know, but maybe I can.
Sasa hapo ndo
Maybe I can.
nakosea. I feel like hapo ndo nakosea
Tujaribu.
basi.
Kujaribu. Like how will you know this man is the perfect match for you?
You know. When you know, you know.
You-
I think when you know, you know. I would know. I know.
I feel
would
like with the
know.
help right now,
Oh my
because we're all
goodness.
Christians here,
Yeah.
like with the help of the Holy Spirit, you can always discern if this is the right person or not. So there's no even point of testing waters. Why are we testing waters? I feel like that's where we start going wrong. Because we are testing waters, then by the time you're realizing you guys have already done your things, kids are already here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
because the foundation was not right, you find that even like when now it comes to such kind of things, like right now you maybe it's things you're supposed to even right for when it comes to things like next of kin, you're having doubt because the way you introduce yourself into this union was also then not the right way
was
to do so.
wrong.
So or you don't even trust them
Yeah.
with whatever you have because at initial point
Yeah.
you also like they kuna kitu tu mlifanya mbaya. There's something that went wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Foundation matters.
Oh my goodness.
We're not attacking you, just like
So me, I have a question for Cindy. Though. So in the case where, God forbid, your parents are not around, so who is?
My next of kin.
Yeah.
Right now.
No. Like in that case where your husband is there, your parents are not there.
My
Since you
auntie,
prefer-
my auntie.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
for
Interesting.
real.
Interesting.
But no, I feel like this person is someone you're doing life with. Your auntie hata in fact anakukolingi saa zile maybe vitu ndo zimeenda mrama when it's family gathering is when you're going to meet her or you know I don't know. Okay, before we get back to you, the C to the Y to the N to the D to the Y, let's get to hear from the guy in the room, Mr. Lightskin. Will you put your girlfriend as your next of kin, or not girlfriend, your wife?
Okay. Well, for me, what I've planned for my life is a little bit complicated, but I'd say it depends on what I have. Nona.
Okay, give us the tea now.
So
let's cook together with you.
So let's say Mungu anibariki nikue sort of a millionaire, billionaire, like I have a lot. I have businesses out there. So it depends ni nini nitaachia, nini nitamwachia, like what will I leave for my spouse, like nani nitaandikia next of kin, is it either my spouse ama nani, kulingana na biashara zenye niko nazo. So tuseme kama niko na biashara kama 7 hivi, siwezi mwachia zote.
Okay.
Siwezi mwandika kama next of kin kwa zote. Unaona? Siwezi mwandika kwa next of kin kama zote.
Can I stop you there? There's a difference between a successor and next of kin.
Next of kin.
Sasa nasema si next of kin bado ndio atakuwa successor. Juu ukienda siniendo ata take over your nini.
I feel like next of kin is the
Ata take over.
Stella, you can look the difference kwa Dr. Google, but from layman's perspective, I feel like next of kin is the last person, like in case it's a business, we are insolving it, like the business inaisha, mwenye ata wachwa na hiyo kitu. Successor anaweza take on the leadership of that particular business, but he's not the end owner of that property, if that makes sense.
So by next of kin,
Uh-huh.
automatically my property becomes yours.
Yeah, but with successor, I feel
Legally.
like legally,
yes, because ulimwandika pale.
In case anything happens,
hata pia tuseme ukigonjeka na uko kwa hospitali na
Na
uko
ulifanya
mgonjwa na
kitu.
hiyo inakoma, yeye ndo ataulizwa.
Yeye ndo ataulizwa.
What do we do about this?
yeah. He even
I
has
agree.
a say, like kama umefikia
Legal
point ya-
consent.
ya tuseme for example uko inakoma, watoto wanatubebakisha masiku kiasi, yeye ndo akona hiyo say ya kusema huyu tuzime kitu.
Zima hiyo
Oh
oxygen.
my god.
Ndivyo aweza kurithi.
Alafu mseme nieke bwana. Kata
Sasa
waya.
na kusho. Akana
Ako tu hivi.
kamechapa.
Nyonga yeye.
Really?
Bad.
That's what I'm
Okay.
saying. It depends on it depends na nini Kenyan niko now, like Kenyan whatever my net worth is or whatever businesses I own. So kuna zile zenye nitamwandika like next of kin, na kuna zile zenye naona like they are a bit serious. Nitaachia mtu haya mamangu, of course. Lazima nimwandikie hapo kama next of kin kwa mamangu. Alafu maybe my children kama nitakuwa nao at that time. Okay?
So next of king haikwangi like inafaa kuwa consistent.
Haifai
Like,
kuwa consistent kwa zote.
so unaweza chagua.
Because ukimweka kwa zote atakuwa na ile tamaa. Nimesema tu just in case ugonjeki uko pale kwa ICU. Anasema finya hiyo kitu,
Hata sababu na kufinya, you
anachukua kila
define
kitu.
the difference. Have you found the difference?
Yes. So now, I think the main difference here is the fact that next of king is the closest living blood relative.
Okay.
So it has
Blood.
to blood. It has to be blood. So this means it has to be either a spouse, right?
Huyo anasikia tu
or
blood afikiria familia
ana-
yao. Oh, you're very selfish.
Even your child.
So it includes
Or a
spouses,
parent.
parents, siblings. Yes.
And successor?
So haya.
Also inaweza sema anaweza inherit. Yani, inasema like he or she can inherit your nini. The next of kin anaweza inherit your
Yeah,
properties.
because hapa inasema in the absence of a will, the next of king, the ones sasa the closest family, right?
Yeah.
The closest living relative, they are prioritized in inheriting your estates and your assets.
Okay.
In the case where maybe you're gone, you've passed away, ama there's issues, you know, like unaenda sasa kuenda.
Okay.
Una get. So like next of king is basically your successor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like almost.
Yeah.
So you mentioned something, but we just talking like, me when I'm thinking about next of kin, even I'm not thinking about even maybe your net worth, your network, your business and everything. Your basic things like the money you've saved in the bank, such kind of things. Let's not talk about businesses here, because I feel like with that, even because if you have kids, unataka kuachia kila mtu a share of it, you know. So I'm saying you're direct, like if anything happens to you right now, this will be the person.
Sasa, if you're talking about right now, I don't have anything.
No, you're already married. We are in the metaverse world whereby you're married right now.
Okay. Aya. So kama ni hiyo basi, my mother should be included there.
Yeah, definitely. Joe, me leaving my property to my money, my savings to my kids. Hujui if this will raise a conflict.
That's if she will be alive.
I was to get there.
So I can choose to divide for my kids. Ama, I send the money to charity.
Are we still talking about next of kin ama a will?
Yeah, next of
kin, but
Okay.
like
Ni kama will.
yes,
Ama-
because like
So,
ni nani
like-
utaachia hii?
Yeah, next of
Right,
kin,
okay.
you have to write. See, will. I feel like ukisema kwa charity now is like you've written a will.
will,
you
an
know?
actual will.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
sasa
So actually, next of kin can get to decide now what to do with your property. Actually, I feel like
Juu itakuwa yake tu.
itakuwa yake na
Eh.
also he or she can write a will now if you're gone, a will on your behalf if
Yeah.
you're not around.
Okay.
that's if kama mlikuwa mmeagree kenye unataka.
Yeah.
Kama utakuwa umeandika by that time.
Yes.
Ana.
I have a theory.
Uh-huh.
There's so many things that have changed in this modern world. Like our generation, it may define traditional lifestyles. Like right now we're living it like so differently. Like vitu mob zimechange. So I'm thinking kama maybe in the Christian space, kwa church vitu zimechange. You know, everywhere vitu zimechange.
Yeah.
I feel like generation yetu pia itakuwa in that headspace where next of king, it doesn't have to be
Your
a
family.
family
I think, yeah, because
member.
actually,
Can
I
even
wanted to
add my
anasema-
best
Even a
friend.
friend.
I wanted-
Eh.
hata actually venye alikuwa anasema hata akiachia charity maybe unaweza weka hapo like uandike hapo maybe you know an organization ya charity and you have you're in good terms with them, like you do talk to them and
Yeah.
whatever, like your relationship
But now,
iko
I
firm.
feel like you can-
so venye alikuwa anasema anaweza achia charity pale akienda kuandika like who is like next of kin anaweza andika that
That
charity
organization.
Organization.
that
But I feel
organization
like-
si lazima ikue your
I feel
parent
like it
your
needs to
nini
be
Yeah,
an
hata your
individual.
husband.
I feel like it needs to be an individual because I can imagine now you've written an organization. You know, in an organization, it's not like one decision maker.
It's like a system.
A number. It's a whole system. So it will be like a whole back and forth. I feel like just an individual. Again, living about now the next of kin. Ukiwa married, if you're going to put your husband or your wife
Or your
personally, I feel like I'll put my wife
Yeah,
because
that's logical.
I'm like, if I put my mom, like, let's be realistic here. If you look like the lifespan my mom has compared to my wife, I feel like the probability of my wife living more years than my mom
Is
is higher.
And that's true. That facts.
You know?
Yeah.
So if I put my mom, then my mom goes to be the Lord, or I put my dad, aende kuwa na Maulana, then
In fact, hata ukimwachia ni sawa, but sasa unaona, I don't think atakuwa ni hiyo time hata kuspend
Yeah.
hizo assets
Aha.
venye anataka.
Yeah.
Unless, you know, unless a change to someone else, like
Gen
since
Z.
a change, I don't know. I agree. The point is I agree.
all right, let's come back home where we are right now. Life is happening. God anakubless, unafanya jobs. Right now, I can feel like already you have already touched money. Even if it's not like maybe ile money you anticipate to touch ama you wish to have, you've already starting getting gigs and everything. Like you have mula in a way or the other. Who are you putting as your next of kin? Right now, even in your bank, you've opened a bank
tuko.
account. Right now, venye tuko, usiangalia about your what uko married ama nini, mali uko saizi.
Me, I'll tell you the truth. I put my sisters.
Your sisters.
My sister.
Same.
Pale zile nimefeel by now.
Yeah.
Nimeka tu sistangu.
Your
roho safi.
sibling. Yeah. You?
My sister.
You've put your sister. You're sure? Not your mom? You're sure? No, just let's be
Some my
Truthfully,
sister,
Ben,
some my mom.
your mom.
Yeah.
Foro?
Zote zimekuwa mamangu.
Okay, me, I've also put my sister, my elder sister, because like feel like I have like 3 siblings. I
Yeah.
wawili ni wadogo, but 2 mkubwa ndo sasa at least.
Yeah.
Unaona?
Yeah.
Why your mom?
Because sasa si like mi ndio mzee kwa sister yangu na yeye. Sasa me actually like straightforward to I usually think about my mom. Yeah. Sasa saizi juu amemaliza form 4 maybe nitakuwa namconsider kwa zingine because sasa ndio atakuwa na
bado alikuwa amefika 18 years.
Hapo amefika 18 years.
Okay. Cindy, I don't know why I'm doubting you. Is it your mom or your sister? Just tell us. Tuambie.
My mom.
unafikiria.
Listen, hear me out.
Uh-huh.
Mamangu wezi mreach na simu sahi, like a normal phone call.
Uh-huh.
So that's why I put someone who's near. Maybe my aunt or my sister.
Your aunt?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
like,
interesting.
Nearest.
Oh, it's a personal. Okay.
Hey,
I
mimi
see.
kwanza extended family. Forget
Mambo ya
about it.
extended family.
Now,
hapo utaonyeshwa
even as we near like
dust.
almost to close the episode today.
Yeah.
Another one, like I say how right now. Now, all of us to mention siblings, mom. To siblings in the picture, you're left with your mom and your dad. Who are you putting on as your next of kin?
Between my mama and my dad. I can choose anyone else.
Mom and
I saw that question was innocent. It was so I never. Okay, let's take it back. Between my mom and my dad. That's the question.
Manze, I don't know.
Nilikuwa nauliza alternative.
It's a safe place. I don't know how if it's wound you have, but
No.
are we extending a lot of grace?
Oh gosh.
Yeah,
Sawa,
because
asante.
yes, we're extending a lot of grace.
Eh,
Why? You wouldn't think about the two of them?
I would look for an alternative. Like there would be option B.
Oh.
Kama hakuna alternative ndio sasa nita consider my parents.
So option B, will it be like an extended family member or someone, even maybe a guardian that someone will choose and say, tell them that I want you to be my...
It would be my close friend.
Oh.
Yeah. Because tumegrow up na yeye, ananijua, namjua.
Yeah.
Like they actually care for me. They're not just friends. They were the friends we have who for nini. They know my life and they care. So yeah, I'd go for that.
That's deep from the heart, you can tell, even from how the voice has changed. And we're extending a lot of love.
Come
and
on.
grace.
Come on now.
Yeah.
But if I was to choose between my parents, it would be my mom.
Your mom. Why not dad?
There's no reason per se.
Just
I don't know, because it's mom. You know, I don't know.
okay.
Yeah.
C to the Y to the N to the D to the
The
Y.
Y. It's Cindy on the mic. Apewe mic sasa, apewe na producer.
For me, it will be my mom without any second thoughts.
Why?
Okay, I wouldn't say my dad is not in the picture, but he's like absent. Absent, but I know he's there.
Okay.
But he's absent. Shika amenishika.
Yeah.
So that's why I told you first, that's my mom. So any other thing, no. My mom or an nini alternative. So my mom.
Your mom. Okay, I see. Foro?
Well, hapa kila mtu anaendea mama yake, of course hadi mi nitaendea mama yangu because my father has never been, I don't know if it's right to say, but he's dead into my life.
Oh.
Okay. Now the grace should be extended to him.
Actually, even to you, extended love and.
Even if you're sending grace, let me tell you, because my father can't. No, anajua vizuri ako na watoto wawili, but he's not making any effort.
Oh, I see.
To even like know if we are eating or we are clothed well. Hataki kujua, unaona? And then when when I have a conversation with him, he's not. So for me, he's not in my picture, like on his coda, I'm not in his picture. And I will always put my mother. Now that my sister is 18 years,
Is of age, yeah.
is of age, I'll consider her. But also I usually even, but mostly spendagi sana tena kuindulge na family. Venye nani Stizi alikuwa anasema, I also do go with that option. Jukuna
Mabeshte.
Yeah, beshte, yeah.
like I have one friend who knows me deep inside out. Hata saizi tungeza kosana naye alafu mwambie ni nini foro alikuwa anafanya na tuseme nimemkera sana atatoboa siri zote.
Okay.
Unaona?
Yeah.
Like
Is that a friend? Kanza toboa siri? Just asking.
I don't know, he's not a friend.
No, like ile umemkasirisha sana. You know unaweza kasirisha mtu hadi asikie vibaya sana. Kuna venye unaweza kosewa usikie vibaya sana.
I get it, but
No.
I feel like friends should be
That
able to
doesn't
bear.
give him the
Hiyo ni ya siku
right
ingine. No.
to reveal your
Hiyo ni ya siku
secrets.
ingine. No, I'm just saying mi sijui but he is my one and only friend mwenye tumezaliwa na yeye, tumeenda rite of passage pamoja na yeye, everything nini kila kitu. Yeah. So hiyo ndio inakuanga the second option.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I think like most people right now, we are as like in an African context, okay, not even African, a Kenyan context. I think like most of people will say they are moms because I feel like there's that deep connection that kids normally we tend to have
with
with
their
our parents.
mom.
But also I know there are people
Definitely.
who will outright say my dad because probably they have had an experience with their moms and they feel like no.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And let me tell you, because the current generation that we're living in, I feel like we still have a lot of mom daddy wants to heal
A
from.
lot. Sini juzi tu tulikuwa tunaongelea dem alikuwa na block budake.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But personally, even I'll put my mom because I feel like we have deeper connection with her.
Yeah.
Just that will be the only factor.
Yeah.
Yeah, even I'm to choose between the two parents. Yeah. I don't know about you, our dear listener, have been
But
listening
also I have something interesting because
in.
let's say I'm married. Most of my assets I think nitakuwa nikiekea mama yangu. Because when tuseme God forbid that time tukosane na yeye, you know 50% kienda kwa divorce inakatwa. So for me to come that situation, assets mingi nitakuwa naeka kwa.
You know what we believe in? We are going to marry we are going to have good marriages and marry right and we won't have divorce cases.
No.
So don't worry about that. God will sort that because you're going to have done it right. Thank you so much for being here with us here on People in the Room. Our dear listeners, be listening through this episode. Ask yourself right now, as a mom, as a dad, if your kids are asked who they're gonna put as their next of kin, will it be you? Yeah. And even for you, will you put your mom, dad, your spouse? Think about that.
Or
It's a
yourself.
conversation, or yourself. And if not, you can put yourself, Stizi.
Akunanga. You can't be self-reliant.
Wacha.
Selfish.
So like if your kid would you listen kama mtoto wako anaweza kuweka kama next of kin, especially to the mom and dad, and if you think not, they won't put you, why? It's been the People in the Room until next week with the Gas Master Aplos Swani
And Steezy.
CINDY. Cindy.
Light skin foro.
We are sorry.
Continue giving it here on the home of Fresh Classic Hits 96.9 PAL Radio. This has been the People in the Room.
Cheers.
People in the Room on PAL Radio 96.9 FM every Friday at 11 a.m. and the repeat is on Saturday at 3 p.m. because we are all in this together. PAL Radio 96.9 FM, the home of fresh and classic hits.